Baby, what's in your wine? I feel sexy as fuck. I see why y'all like wine.
I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet, and I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something, if I get my hands on you, I promise you, you gonna know you've been in a fight. But I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition.
But I'm going to go there because I'm in transition, and we are transitioning to Party in the Chat. It is all things Monday night. Look, ma, no hands. Look, ma, no hands. And when I tell you, baby, I got a word for you as it relates to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 15. Y'all, I'm in a chokehold. I am triggered. And I'm not triggered. I know that's a new school thing where everybody, oh, I'm triggered. I was triggered. I'm not. I'm a grown-ass woman. It takes if I said it, I said it, child. It ain't got nothing to do with being triggered. I was trying to offend you. I'm being rude on purpose. I purposely stepped on your toe. My mouth ain't under control yet, and I can throw these hands. And
I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet, and I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something, if I get my hands on you, I promise you, you gonna know you've been in a fight. But I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition.
Yes, indeed. Hail Mary. Because I'm in transition. You hire a beauty all the way from Scotland. Girl, we got to talk. Because Pinky said that food was good down there. And I may have to come and see what they talking about. But see, that's why I like that Portia picked Scotland and Phaedra picked Scotland. Because the rest of you regular folk, common folk, see, Europe is not cheap. It ain't Miami, boo-boo. You ain't finna get on. What's the name of that? Spirit Airlines. And just head to Scotland. But we're going to come back to that. We're going to do all that in a minute. We're going to come back to that. Listen, Lena says, I love this intro. My motto when I start my job. Listen, I will pray for you. Oh, should I run it back one more time? Should we get us hyped one more time? And then I'm going to get into it. It's Party in the Chat. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if I got it. I don't think I got it, y'all. Tonight's drink of the evening is lemon drop. I got one. And I done took 2 sips, and I don't drink liquor like that. I'm like Riley Burris. Well, Riley Burris should be like me. They say run it back. Riley Burris should be like me. Don't be drinking no liquor. Because you be threatened to slap people in the face with a slice of pizza. Don't be drinking no liquor. But I'm on a lemon drop, and I done took 2 sips, and I'm already 2 sheets under. You get what I'm saying? Me and liquor, but let me cook first. Let me try. Here we go. And we're about to get down on it.
I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet. And I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something. If I get my hands on you, I promise you, you gonna know you've been in a fight. But I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition.
Yes, indeed, honey. I am about to go in, and I just don't know how I want to do it. Because tonight, my conversation, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be all things Shamea. Shamea dominated this episode, and not because she's good and she's the leading lady and she deserves it. It is the way it is. She dominated. And I think Shamea knows enough about reality television by being a friend of the show, where she kind of knows how to get in there and do what she needs to do. But for me, I can't speak for everybody else. For me, it's been a fucking epic fail. It has been an epic fail. That's all I got. But before we do, let's feature y'all. Let's go ahead and feature this drink of the night.
Welcome to Party in the Chat with Queen Sheba Darling. Tonight's featured cocktail is the smooth and classy lemon drop. So grab your cocktails, your mocktails, and your good vibes. because the chat is officially open and the party starts now.
All right, it's party in the chat. It's Monday night. I love it over here on Monday nights. It's like we've been so conditioned that we can't do anything. Oh, it's the start of a work week. And that's how party in the chat came to be. But pardon me as I get ready to give you some commentary regarding episode 15. Shamea crossed the line, if you ask me. That's all I'm saying. She crossed the line. And I don't like it. But everybody's different. You guys are different. And I think she knows that she crossed the line because now she's on this apology tour. She's working her way, apologizing, but she's also putting a disclaimer in. Well, I'm kind of apologizing, but I don't really feel like I did anything wrong. That's a dangerous game to play. Why do you say that? Have you ever worked with somebody that made you feel like the bad person at work? You say one thing, they say they felt bullied, they felt pressured, they really didn't want to do that, but they felt like they had no choice. That's what it's given. And I think everybody's it's bad when everybody's picking up on what you're doing. Let's take a look at this.
Need to talk about Shamea on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Diva, you know you messed up because now you're here going on an apology tour, apologizing to everyone but Portia. You are covering your bases because you are actually afraid of your position on this show. And I would be afraid if I were you. Whether you believe Shamea's accusation or not, it does nobody any good her sharing that on the show. Either way, that is drama that is between their parents, not between Shamea and Portia. So her just trying to get a jab at Portia by revealing that served her no good. And I've seen a couple of Shamea defenders saying, well, Portia is the one that brought up the parents first by putting that story up about Shamea's mom buying Miss Diane's daycares. And the thing is, there is a huge difference between talking about a business deal that might have hurt a friendship compared to Shamea accusing Miss Diane of trying to sleep with her dad. So yeah, you can say that Shamea was getting her lick back, but she did it at the expense of her position in this group and her friendships with the other women. Because now they're probably looking at Shamea and wondering, what is Shamea going to bring up about their loved ones when they fall out? We need to talk about Shamea.
And that's fact. He hit the nail spot on. It's rare that you come across different commentators and influencers that can hit the nail spot on. He hit the nail spot on. You cross the line. Listen, forget that it's Portia's mama. Forget all of that. Y'all know we don't get down like that in the Black community. In any community, I have not seen, yet have I heard any housewife accuse somebody's mother of a sexual act. It's different. It's completely different. I don't like it. She went too far. So there's a few issues, if you ask me, at hand here. It's not just about Portia's mama, like I said at first, but because at this point, listen, Shamea is saying something sexually explicit about an older woman, whether it's true or not. Don't try to figure out if it's true. Focus on the or not. We don't do that, Shamea. Number one, you're a mom. Number two, there's a lot of rumors going on about you. Eventually, if God blesses you, if you live to be Miss Diane, Mama Diane's age, your kids may hear something about you. But you hope that the women that your girls hang out with have enough decency and respect for you as you get into your older age, not to bring up your hoe days, because you've done a number or two. We know how you met Gerald, but okay, that's neither here nor there because he's your husband now. No one has ever done that in the history of housewives. That's ghetto shit. It's uncalled for. That's the bottom of the barrel. That's a low you don't even see on any other shows. I don't think I've seen it on Love After Lock. Lock Up, 90 Day Fiance, Love and Hip Hop. I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't, unless the mother has introduced it herself. I don't really have any words for what Shamea did, but I know it's different. It's different. That's hate. That's rage. Because my question is, what the fuck did Miss Diane do to you? I get you feeling some kind of way about Portia. That'll be like Pilar feeling some kind of way about Shiloh. But at the end of the day, once you become an older woman, Shamea, we would be looking at Pilar like, but what did Miss Shamea do to you? Nothing. What did Miss Diane do to you? Nothing. You wanted to fire one off and you got it off. And now you are apologizing. And I don't like your attitude. Because Shamea got off by that. Shamea feels vindicated. It wasn't about Portia. It was about Portia's mom. Okay, hold on, Queen Sheba. Where you going with this? Shamea attacked the relationship that Portia had with her mom. And my question now is this: do you and your mom really have a solid relationship? Or is your mother living vicariously through you, Shamea, and using your ass as a mouthpiece to say what she wished she would have said long time ago? I have so many questions. Why would you need to bring that up in a public forum regarding Miss Diane? Portia, just like you had one in the chamber for Portia's mother, Portia had one in the chamber for your mama. You get what I'm saying? Probably never even thought about pulling the trigger, but she did it on the behalf of her mom. Girl, that's a low. I'm just saying. Now, I can see if it was Portia that slept with your man and Portia that did some foul shit to you, and you said, y'all have to listen to what Shamea is saying. And when I go through the comments on social media and I'm seeing all these people saying, Shamea's been holding this in about that girl's mama, not about Portia. Listen, y'all. She keeps saying, I've been holding this in. That tells me Portia ain't did nothing to you. You ain't got shit on Portia. The only thing that you have on Portia is what your mama told you about Portia's mama. And that's crazy to me. Also, what that leads me to believe is that Portia may have been a good friend to you. Because if you had something on Portia, you would have released it the same way you released whatever you thought you had on Miss Diane. You ain't got shit on Portia. You attacking that girl for nothing. If Shamea had something on Portia, we would have got it. She ain't got nothing on Portia that we don't know. That tells me Portia has been living her life out loud in front of you and everybody else. Remember last week I said we got two hoes. And Portia, I love you. We got two of them. The difference is when you suppress Black women, when you suppress your young girls from experience, not young, but of age, young adult women from experiencing their bodies, they hide their whole ism. They hide it. And you make them go to church. You make them get into church plays and you force them to be a good girl. They hide it. They get married. They hide it. Portia seems to be, to me, Portia and Shamea may be cut somewhat from the same cloth. The difference between the two, and I said it last week and I'll say it again, we got two hoes we dealing with, and that's neither here nor there because everybody is an adult. Everybody is of an age to consent. The problem is you got one that's a happy one and one that's a mean one that has been free to move about the cabin, and the other one that flies below the radar. I'm going to get married. I'm going to say, yes, I want to do this. I want to have kids. I'm going to get me a nice African guy, and I'm going to do everything outside. I'm going to color outside the box. I'm going to teach you how to pee in a cup. I'm going to get drunk, shots. I'm going to hook my homegirl up with these niggas out here that's going to pay $75,000 for a pair of teeth, bitch. I'm going to do all that. I'm going to stay with the Hawks. I'm gonna stay with the Falcons. I'm gonna do all that. I'm gonna be out here with these hoes that's single. Kelly, all of them. Brittany, all of them. Thank you, Brown Sugar Riri. You say you are right, Queen. Because that's how I learned. It's not nice to present that. Whereas Miss Diane was in a bikini, looking good when Portia was little, Pilar's age, embraced her beauty, embraced her body, knew she had curves for days, was outside, honey. Had one child. Yeah. So why would you need to bring that to a public forum? Portia ain't did nothing to you. Whatever your mom did in her 20s, whatever Miss Diane did in her 20s, girl, you crazy to bring that up on a show in 2026. These are old ass ladies, beautiful ones, living well. Your mother is a married woman. Your mother is heavily involved in the church. Now, why would you want the ushers to know that your mama be talking about other women, wanting your daddy? And you know you wrong. Because you said you were wrong on Watch What Happens Live with Andy. You said that your mom was extremely disappointed in what you did. Watch this. Hold on now. Let me see if I got it. You said your mom felt some kind of way. Let's go. For all of you, yeah, Shamea, get it. Don't nobody want to see that, y'all. That ain't what we tuned in for. Even her mama didn't want that to go down like that. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Here we go. Uh-oh.
Thought you'd apologize to the group tonight. Yeah. And so now that you've seen the episodes air, you've seen the discourse online, what has been your reaction to the dinner, bringing up the mothers? Yeah. You guys had kind of previously agreed, let's let this lay. So what do you feel about it as it's now out in the world?
To be honest, Andy, the timing wasn't good. I definitely shouldn't have brought it up at the dinner, but I don't know, I guess it just came out. I was so fed up, and it was like festering.
Fed up with who? Because you didn't say shit about Portia. You talked about Miss Diane. What was you fed up with that you would need to attack Miss Diane?
For so long.
Do you regret
the dinner
it?
Was not the appropriate time to do it. That's why I apologize to the ladies for the timing of it all and for making them feel uncomfortable.
What was your mom's reaction when she it aired, was
absolutely hurt by it.
Yeah.
Absolutely hurt. Rightfully so, right?
Yes.
I'm sure they both were.
Yeah.
So that I apologize for, because they shouldn't have been involved in it anyway.
Yeah.
And this wasn't something that just happened that night. My mom was brought up last year, right, and at the reunion, exactly. But we spoke about it. I thought we were moving on from it, and even today, Andy, like the drama is still happening on social.
Yeah,
I agreed to move on from it at reunion, and that's what I'm planning on doing.
I'm assuming you saw Portia's tweet, and
absolutely,
yeah,
I saw it, and I felt bad for my pastor, because not y'all trying to get me kicked out the church.
So first of all, I can't stand a manipulating ass, lying ass. Portia never said you slept with your pastor. Listen to this. Portia said you slept with a pastor. Shamea is diabolical. Shamea takes this opportunity. I'm going to touch on it all. We're going to play it 2 times. Just listen.
Okay. Hell, I need all the prayers I can get right now. Can I hold on to that? So I apologize to my pastor.
Okay.
And he said, he understood. They were just like, you're fine. Like, it's fine. It's okay. And, obviously it's bull crap.
Portia never said which pastor. Portia never said which pastor you slept with. So why are you apologizing to your pastor of your church? See, if I was the first lady, you would have to get up out my church, because that girl never said who. So why are you apologizing to my husband for a name that was never mentioned? Portia said, let's talk about that pastor you slept with. But she was and then she said, and you slept with your other friend's husband, who's somebody's manager. You slept with your manager who's married to your friend or your pastor, something. But she never said who.
And I won't engage in it because at this point, where do you go? I mean, we're already going to hell. Like, we can't.
Yes, it's down low.
Yeah, I'm done. I told you, I'm moving on. I'm moving on. You got it. You won.
Saw you.
Girl, you started. Why don't you see? Hold on. Let's do this. Let's roll it back. And then I'm going to pause it to get in there 2 times. Listen.
Saw you apologize to the group tonight. Yeah. And so now that you've seen the episodes air, you've seen the discourse online, what has been your reaction to the dinner, bringing up the mothers? Yeah. You guys had kind of previously agreed, let's let this lay. So what do you feel about it as it's now out in the world?
To be honest, Andy, the timing wasn't good. I definitely shouldn't have brought it up at the dinner, but I don't know, I guess it just came out. I was so fed up and it was like festering for so long.
Do you regret
the dinner
it?
Was not the appropriate time to do it. That's why I apologize to the ladies for the timing of it all and for making them feel uncomfortable.
What was your mom's reaction when it aired, by the way?
Absolutely hurt by it.
Yeah.
Absolutely hurt.
Yeah.
If your mother was hurt, that's because your mother didn't tell you to come on here and do that. You backdoored your own mother. You backdoored Miss Diane. You backdoored Portia. That, whatever it is, whatever it is, that was never supposed to see the light of the day. And if your own mother was not disappointed, she said, my mom was hurt that I did that. You just screwed up whatever your mom and Miss Diane have, whether it's a cordial relationship, a mutual respect for each other, 2 women that are aging well. Your mom is having health issues and you bring that carcass to her front door. You thought this was the right thing for you to do as her daughter to get a prime spot on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Girl, if you can't even be loyal to your mom, I know damn well you're not the best friend of Atlanta. So that tells me one of 2 things. Either your mother is just like you and have a jealous spirit against her friend and talks crap about her friends behind their back. Or number 2, your mama probably suspected that Miss Diane wanted your dad, but Miss Diane never did try anything. And the reason why I said that, it could have been the other way around, where your father actually was attracted to Miss Diane and your mother started picking up on subtle cues and hints of how your father's behavior would change when he was around her homegirl, her good girlfriend, Diane. Way back in the 60s or 70s. I know Earl ain't getting up, opening the door when that mofo won't even open the door for me. I don't think Miss Diane tried to sleep with your dad. I think your mother may have been suspicious. I think your mother thought her friend was attracted to your father. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because your mom comes from the era and the days where men are never wrong. Even if your father was attracted to Miss Diane back in those days, and she was she was hell on wheels. Y'all better go and Google the photos of Miss Diane back in the day. She was hell on wheels. I can't see Miss Diane wanting a gummy bear. I can't see Miss Diane wanting a man with no teeth in his mouth. I just can't. Your mom comes from an era. Y'all know what era I'm talking about. There's an era of women. I don't care if their husband, molest somebody, kiss somebody. It's always the receiving party's fault. You just don't go against the men. And I think your mom's that type of woman. The men are never wrong. It's always the woman's fault for being beautiful, for being pretty. And if this is the way that you behave towards your friends and you were raised by your mama, Shamea, that tells me that your mom may have handed down to you the spirit of what Portia was referring to as destiny swapping, because Miss Diane is catching a stray based on the shit that's going on in your mama's head, and Portia is catching a stray based on the shit that's going on in your head. Oh yeah. Are y'all following? if Shamea is raised by her mom, and if her mom is disappointing for her, disappointing and her daughter, who is Shamea, for saying that out loud, that means Miss Diane didn't do that. Y'all, if Miss Diane really slept with your mother's husband, who's your father, ain't no way in hell. You cannot convince me. Ain't no way in freaking hell that your mom would remain friends with Miss Diane this long. It's because it never happened. It happened in your mother's head. And sometimes women are insecure. Sometimes women are jealous. Sometimes women say, bitch, girl, I know she ain't looking at my nigga. I know she ain't looking at mine. Girl, Miss Diane didn't want that man. And you brought that shit to the forefront when it was just a private thought. And your mother probably spoke it. And your mom said, probably, child, I wouldn't put it past Diane to try to fuck your daddy. Portia act just like Diane. Your mom was just talking. She didn't know you was going to take that shit to Scotland to make it a storyline. She didn't know your ass was going to open up the gates of hell to expose to all the women in the world that, oh, Shamea mama, the head of the usher board. Don't sit by Shamea daddy, girl, bitch. Her daddy, Shamea mama, girl, she going to accuse you of trying to mess with her daddy. Her husband, your mom was just sharing with you. You're supposed to keep your damn mouth closed. The same way you were supposed to keep your damn mouth closed when Candy told you how she felt about K. Michelle. Oh, no, don't do that, baby. We got some history. Then you take your narrow ass back to K. Michelle and say, why everybody, I'm friends with you, but I want you to know what it comes at a cost because my friends don't really want me to be friends with you. So me being friends with you comes at a cost. Don't nobody want to hear all that. Everybody want to know they're in a safe place. Girl, if I'm telling you something, it's because we friends. Why the fuck are you repeating on the Real Housewives of Atlanta what the hell I told you? Because your ass is boring and your ass can't come up with your own storyline. How did Candy catch a stray? How did your mama catch a stray? Because at the same time, while you think you was coming from Miss Diane, you really exposed your mama and her insecurities. Like you're exposing your own insecurities. I ain't got no problem with Shamea. Don't know her, don't know Portia, but I am covering the content. That's it. That's all. Shamea is probably just like her mother. And this leads me to believe that your mama talks or may have talked crap about her friends when they were not around. Now we're talking about your mama because you talked about somebody else's mama. You see the dynamics that you're introducing that ain't never been here before? Unless the mothers put themselves in a direct line of fire. Ain't nobody focusing on nobody mama. Except Mama Joyce, because Mama Joyce was all in front of the fucking camera. Mama Joyce is rude as hell. Miss Diane ain't in the camera. Miss Diane is playing grandmother. Miss Diane ain't trying to tell somebody who they can and what they can't do and throwing shoes at people, talking about who's wearing whose hair and whose hair is left over and the scheme set up by Todd. That ain't Miss Diane. That's Mama Joyce. And that's the only reason Mama Joyce caught that smoke from America.
The guy said that last time they went to the Ultimate Club, Carmen was sitting on his lap. When he told me that, I said, oh, hell, I paid double for that.
But at the end of the day, he never got no pictures. He was telling you a story, Mama.
Well, it could have been a scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the bush.
Oh yeah, honey. We're gonna listen. Thanks for hanging out with me. We're about to break this thing down and then we are out of here. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. There are so many dynamics that are happening on this show. We were looking forward to season 17. Come on, y'all. No matter whose side you're on. And Bravo, there's other dynamics that you're gonna have to figure out real quick, real soon, real fast. And there's one that stands out. And it's extremely obvious to me, if you ask me. What are you going to do? Watch this, about Shamea and Kelly intentionally ruining trips. I didn't think anybody else noticed. But on this particular episode, now remember, Portia don't know what the hell I'm thinking. Let's back up. They shot this 8 months ago, y'all. Almost 9 months ago. At the beginning of season 17, I said, hey, listen, I'm noticing a pattern. Shamea and Kelly are ruining trips. They're ruining dinners. I don't like it. The trips are the crux of the show. The trips is where the audience receives a chance to look forward to the girls. Listen, oh, we finna get some good stuff. The girls are away from the kids. They're away from the men. Ooh, it's gonna go down. The drinks are gonna be flowing, baby. The hair is gonna be hearing. They got the glam squad. These girls about to let loose and have. These girls are about to act a fool in the most interesting way. We look forward to this as viewers. If you understand reality television, whether you like the OC, Beverly Hills, Atlanta, Salt Lake, whatever, the trips, the dinner, girl. This is where the girls get to live La Vida Loca. And Shamea and Kelly have single-handedly crushed the investment for Bravo. What do you mean by that? These are very expensive trips. This ain't Love After Lockup, baby. This ain't Love and Marriage Huntsville, baby. This ain't OWN Network, baby. That's what I'm saying. These are very expensive trips. You got to give us something. And Andy Cohen said, we listen to our audience. No. We like the dinner with the drama, but it's never split. Y'all, listen to what I'm saying. Dinner comes with drama, but you don't get every dinner where the production has to choose where the cameras will go. You don't have people purposely disrupting and trying to, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to participate. I'm going to disrupt this trip. I'm going to disrupt this dinner. It's y'all, it's been consistent. That is not normal for Bravo. You might get one or two because the shit hits the fan, but it is not normal if you are a true Bravo fan. If you are a true fan of this franchise, those girls understand we better get this shit together because, girl, we got some money to make. And if we don't get this shit together, one thing about Bravo, they're not Carlos King. Somebody gonna be out of a job, if not everybody, or they'll pull this shit completely from the airwaves and kind of reconfigure. I don't like what's happening here. I don't like what Shamea. I'm not comfortable with what Kelly is doing. You get what I'm saying? When Shamea and Kelly are not around, we know the cameras have proved, production have proved that the girls can have a good time, honey. When Shamea and Kelly are in the picture, the conversations are heavy. It's not fun. It's all unfun, like Kyle says on Summer House. Just be fun. Don't be all uncool. Just be cool. Let's have some drinks. It's fucking reality TV. We're making what, $250,000 a year, $500,000 a year. Let's go. Let's put on a show for these people, but let's not ruin it to where the network has to completely rethink, is this the right direction that we're headed in? Kelly and Shamea, when they are in the picture, go back and watch. We're 15 episodes in. Fact check me. When Kelly and Shamea are in the picture, the conversations are heavy. They're not fun. Housewives is supposed to be a fun, a little bit of mix with shade, a little bit of mix with luxury, a little bit of messiness, a little bit of drama, some drunk, some twerking, some laughing, some crying. We're stuck. We didn't get any of that this season on RHOA. Shamea was not a lady at that table that night. Girl, you get down when you need to get down. You put a bitch in her place when you need to, but you don't ever fucking talk about a mother like that who's not there to defend herself. That was rehearsed. That was strategic. And they said, you said, I'm ready for whatever's ready for me. Miss Diane didn't ask for that. The viewers didn't ask for that. It was so cringe. That nobody really knows what to do with it. I don't think Andy knows what to do with it. I don't think the viewers know what to do with it. I don't think the cast know what to do with it. And this is why Portia has become a fan fave. You are elevating Portia. Portia really hasn't had to show up to do shit this season, but to sit there and let you kind of do what you want to do. And that's crazy to me because I've never been a huge Portia fan. But you have been such a huge disappointment, Shamea. Girl, that's crazy. I was like, oh my God. I remember I said, Portia's the leading lady. Nah, no way. No way. You got Kenya Moore. You got Nene Leakes. Phaedra's Cynthia's playing her part. Of all the people you could have put in there as the leading lady, I was somewhat disappointed with Bravo. But shit, you are making it easy for Portia. Portia don't have to do nothing but bring her glam squad in, go on a few dates, hire a couple of chefs, have some cocktails, and say, girl, let Shamea go. She's making me look good. So to all of you that don't like Portia, it ain't that we're up Portia's ass. Shamea is such an epic fail that we're all sitting back like, this is a train wreck. This is horrible. This is horrible. Shamea was not a lady at the table. I'm sorry. You can be a housewife and put a bitch in her place and still stay in yours. That was unacceptable, y'all. Even if Portia did bring up Shamea's mother on social media. How come you didn't? Well, let me ask you this. Why did you wait 1.5 years to address it? How come you didn't come back? Right back at Portia on social media. And even then say, well, your mother tried to sleep with my father. How come you didn't tear into her at the reunion last year? Bravo, this is not it. The response is so delayed that it's cringe, that it's, I don't know. But the crazy part of it all is K. Michelle said that you and your mother, K. Michelle said that you and your mom spent hours in the club talking cash money shit about Portia and the other ladies. K. Michelle said you and your mother, Shamea, worked behind the scenes and that your mother was strategically attempting to create an alliance around you. You brought your mom. You're in a club. Your mom's in there doing shots and doing whatever with you and the younger women, talking strategy for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, let me tell you why I believe K. Michelle. Let me tell you. Britt Eady said the same thing. Your mother is trying to make you the it girl. And when I think that, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, this is not reality television. I was like, oh shit, I don't even know where to go with this commentary. Because, we're supposed to have some highs and lows, some kikis, and girl, I'm supposed to be able to shade you. I was like, this is a full-blown therapy session. Like, this is not what Bravo, this is too heavy for me. Way too heavy, and I don't like it. It's not fun no more. So then I said, well, what's really going on? And this is what I came up with. I said, well, okay, shit. Shamea is fascinated with Portia. I use the word fascinated. I love using positives when I can use a negative, but I said she's fascinated with Portia. She's fascinated with Miss Diane. And she's fascinated with Miss Diane's. Okay, Shamea is fascinated with Portia. And Shamea is fascinated with Miss Diane. But on the flip side, listen, Shamea, let me say this. You have the man, you have the children, you have the house, you have the money, you have multi-jobs. So why are you and your mother focused on Portia and Diane? Watch this. 2 single mothers. Miss Diane was a single mother. Portia's a single mother. Everybody, you and your mom have sealed the deal. You're married to a multimillionaire. Your mother is married. You have the American dream, if it is a dream. Every woman wants to be married. Why are you enamored with Portia and her mom? Why is your mom even focused on Miss Diane this many years later? I found it very interesting that on Watch What Happens Live, Shamea told Andy that she came home. Watch this. Y'all, this is so crazy. Shamea told Andy Cohen that she came home and her husband Gerald said, "How was the trip to Scotland?" And she said, "It wasn't good." And Gerald told Shamea, "That's okay. I'll take you back so that you can have a good time." Well, first of all, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. So I'm inclined to go with Portia in this moment with the destiny swapping theology. I mean, what is it, theology? Because Scotland is a Portia thing. Portia received the opportunity from Peacock, NBC, to experience Scotland because she was recruited by Peacock to be on Traitors. Portia fell in love with Scotland. Portia has a feel for Scotland. Portia extended the invitation alongside Phaedra to the other women to come to Scotland and experience what we've experienced so that you all could have a good time. Instead of you experiencing Scotland, Shamea, you ruined the trip. So if you truly don't fuck with Portia, why would you have anything to do with what Portia had? Well, why would you want to have anything to do with what has Portia written all over it? Why would you want your husband to take you back to Scotland, a place that Portia loves? I'm away. What do you plan on doing in Scotland? Scotland was not originate. That's not something you experience prior to Portia experiencing it, similar to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You were not chosen to go to Scotland. You were not chosen initially to be a cast member, a full-time cast of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. What you gonna do in Scotland with Gerald without the rest of the cast? And that's what I mean, y'all. And I've said it before. Shamea has a monitoring spirit. There is nothing unique about Shamea. Shamea, in my opinion, I was like, okay, whatever. But Shamea, girl, you chasing after the likeness of Portia. Pick another country of all the places you can go in the world for your husband to make up to you because you had a shitty trip in Scotland. You want to go back because Portia was there? You want to go where Portia has been. You want your husband to take you there so that you can post on social media and show Portia that you got a chance to go to Scotland too. Y'all, I'm sorry. It's given single Black female. Why? Like, are y'all following what I'm saying? Oh, hold on. Are y'all following what I'm saying? I don't fuck with you. I don't like you. Why I want to go? Girl, I wasn't even thinking about Scotland until you went to Scotland. Girl, I wasn't even thinking about the Housewives until you got on Housewives. Andy asked Shamea. Who? No, not Andy. Angela Yee said, have you ever, no, it was Carlos King. I'm sorry. Carlos King asked Shamea in his one-on-one interview with her, Were you thinking about being, or did you ever desire to be a housewife on the Real Housewives of Atlanta prior to Portia Williams, who you say is your best friend, being casted? She said, no, you're not an originator. You grab your purposeful living from other women around you. You watch other women live and you say, I want to go on Housewives. I want to go to Scotland. I want an African. That's all I'm saying. I want to be the it girl too. I want women that love me like that. That's all I'm saying. Are y'all following me or do I sound crazy? Because I'll take crazy for 100, Alex. But I said what the hell I said. Thank you, Harlan, for the 5-piece and a pepper. You said, hello, Queen. Shamea brought up Miss Diane's first in season 16 when she talked to Cynthia about Miss Diana on camera. That prompted Portia's tweet to Shamea. I'm going to save this. Thank you. D, thank you for the 5-piece. You said, based on the way Shamea has moved, there's nothing to convince that she ever liked Portia and was ever her friend. The same for her mama and Diana. That's all I'm saying. Y'all, stop making excuses. There are people that can be with you for years and don't really fuck with you like that. I'm going to get into that. Harlan said, this started when Shamea told Cynthia, my mother was a better friend, to Miss Diane than Miss Diane was to her. And that's when Portia sent that text to social media. This is a lot, y'all. All right. The Queen of Candaceonians, thank you. You said Shamea is single, white female, Lifetime Movie Network, crazy. What is she really mad about? She has yet to explain, but she continues to come across the screen talking shit about everything Portia does. Girl, I don't even know. But you know what? Let me celebrate these.
All right, Palace, the Super Chat Squad is in the building. We appreciate you, baby. The Super Chats are fire. Get in your bag.
That's a lot of money.
All right. So then we have Smortland. Thank you for the 20-piece. You said Shamea's sneaky, jealous-hearted liar. Shamea has been an opportunist. She has been playing the long game, like Angela revealed. Now we see it in real time. Shamea is dangerous for the show. She's debilitating for the show, if you ask me. Girl, even if you felt that way, we gotta get the show on the road. There's viewers. Okay, girl, you have ruined, and Portia caught on, y'all. Did you hear Portia when she was talking to Phaedra? And I'm gonna get to that. Bravo, this is not something that you can invest in next season. I'm gonna tell you why. Nobody wants to see any of these women tearing down each other's children or each other's mothers. You can't invest in Shamea building her presence on the Real Housewives of Atlanta off of Portia's child, Portia's family. Where are you going with this, Queen Sheba? Follow me. Shamea, I think it would be very irresponsible of Bravo to allow Shamea to remain on the show by tearing down Portia's family to build a centerpiece for Shamea. Shamea first started with Portia's daughter. Let's be very clear. That's documented. And Bravo was kind enough. Bravo was kind enough to not even air the clips of you talking about Portia's daughter with Cynthia. It's inappropriate. So she brought that up at a dinner when she knows she was about to unload the clip on Miss Diane and say something very sexually explicit about an innocent party. Because it's defamation at this point. We don't know if it's true or not. It's hearsay, right? But before you do that, You serve the appetizer and you put that shit on the table as Portia's daughter. A lot of y'all cannot understand what I'm saying because you're toxic and horrible things have been done to you. But when somebody lines up an attack on you and they start with the innocent little 4 or 5-year-old girl and they build their way up to your mama, that is diabolical. She tested the waters with Pilar. And from what Portia has shared in her confessional, she's been testing the waters well before we got to this scene. Those scenes didn't make it. Why the fuck are you talking about Portia's daughter when you shoot your scenes with the other women? Talk about your daughters. Talk about your fertility treatments. Talk about your mom. Talk about your sisters. Talk about everybody. But the crux of your conversation should never be about another castmate's child. Period. Especially a 4-year-old. Come on, Shamea. So Bravo, you can't invest in this. You can't invest in Shamea tearing down Portia's family to build her presence on the show. She started with Pilar. She tested Pilar out at the table. And I think she kind of looked around and the rest of those Black women were like, girl, they didn't say anything, but let me tell you something. If you've been around a group of Black women and you say some shit that ain't gonna fly, they giving you a look. And I think she backed up off of that. I don't think she got the looks or the invitation she needed to proceed to talk about Pilar. So she quickly backed up off of that, right? Real quick, right? So who brings up somebody's child? And then it hit me. I said, oh my God. Shamea wants access to all things Portia. Shamea wants access to Portia's job at Bravo. Shamea wants access to the father of Portia's daughter, Dennis. Dennis is invited to my home, but you're not. Shamea wants access to Portia's daughter, Pilar. Pilar can come to my house, but you're not. Shamea wants access to Portia's friend group on the show. And then I started to say, whoa. I thought Angela was kind of being a little hard on Shamea every now and then. So now I'm like, well, who are you, Shamea? That's a valid question. I didn't get it then when Angela said it, because sometimes it seems like shit comes out of nowhere. I was like, oh my God. Now I get 2 episodes ago when Angela say, who are you? Create your own identity today. Who are you today? Because now I'm like, shit. You did. You do keep up a relationship with Dennis. You do want access to her child. You did come apply for a job at her workplace. You are trying to penetrate her friend group. Oh my God. I was like, oh my God. I didn't know how to piece it together because sometimes it's just here, there, everywhere. So then it took me back. And I was like, wait a minute. Let me go back a couple of episodes. Oh my God. Angela said, who are you? What's your identity today? Who you trying to be today? Now, Angela probably didn't know why she was saying it, but it's all coming together. So now I have the same question. Because Shamea, now I'm going back. Now I'm like reviewing the show, right? And I'm like, oh my God, this is too much for me, Bravo. I just fucking want to sit here, have a glass of wine, eat some crab legs, and come on and have a good time and kiki and get a little buzz online. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to watch it twice now. So I'm like, now I got to go back to season 16. When Shamea's introduction was, I'm Atlanta's best friend. And I said, oh, if you're Atlanta's best friend, then how in the hell did you find your way to Kelly? Where are all these amazing women that you are friends with, whom you should be able to bring on the show, right? To shoot scenes with? Why are you limited to Kelly, putting your head in her bosom as if your ass is on a Yana Fix My Life? Now, I said, oh, Lord, I'm going down a damn rabbit hole. There are certain things I just don't like to know because I know I'm going to be right. And I said, well, Shamea, if what you say is true, about you being Atlanta's best friend, then you can't tell me that there's nobody that's willing to show up for you, right? I don't believe that. Now, I don't know why I don't believe that. I just don't believe you're Atlanta's best friend. I don't. I think you lied. Let me tell you what I believe. I think Shamea has strategically, over however many decades prior to marrying Gerald, watch this. Tell me to come back to Gerald if I lose my thought. This is what I think you did as a single woman. I think you placed yourself or you attached yourself to women that are prominent in Atlanta. And I think you sat back. I think you're a great role player. I think you are a great monitor. I think you're a great substitute teacher, a great hall monitor. You know who's late, you know who's coming, you know who likes who's the, and you play the role of a great friend, because the way Candy Burrs did you in Thailand on that boat while all the women were sipping champagne and had on pink bikinis, you were busting your butt wide open and twerking for Candy Burrs. When you realized that she had you on live stream, somebody send me that clip, and you stopped dancing, Candy said, no, don't stop now. Do it. You dance on cue for a woman. That's not normal, sweet pea. And it has nothing to do with sexuality. What it gives me is I'll do anything to stay in this friend group. Ain't nowhere in the world a woman, a grown-ass woman, can snap her finger and tell me to keep dancing with a camera on my backside like I'm in a strip club. Oh, I'm finna go in tonight. We going there. Are y'all ready? So I said, listen, I think I got it. You're not Atlanta's best friend. You strategically place yourself alongside prominent women. But here's the thing about successful women. They ain't no damn fool. They know when there's a Judas at the table. And they will exploit you like Candy Burrs did and put a camera on your ass and say, keep dancing. While all of the other women get to be nice wives and great mothers. Yeah, you want to go ahead. Because I know what you're here for. I know you and Portia ain't getting along. I know you talking cash money shit. I know you placing yourself alongside K. Michelle. And bitch, if we were really friends, and even if I don't talk to you every day, what you doing over there with K. Michelle? All right, you want to do that? Let me exploit you. Keep dancing. Listen, pimps up, hoes down. So you sit back in the cut and you leech off of them socially, parasocially, not monetarily, but socially, spiritually. Y'all get what I'm saying? Here's why I say that. You have not heard Portia complain about the breakup of the friendship with Shamea. You haven't heard Portia complain and say, I don't know what I'm going to do without Shamea. Portia is fine without Shamea. You know why? Because Portia was Shamea's lifeline. It's not the other way around, in my opinion. Portia gave Shamea life. Portia put Shamea on, and I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about Atlanta. Access. Not to be confused with Shamea's jobs or Shamea's opportunities. I'm talking about the glow, the zest. When you see Portia, you be like, what's Shamea? Your best friend. I think Shamea is a strategic best friend. And she plays the long game. So when Portia left, her vibe left with her. When Portia left, her access to Atlanta left with her. When Portia left, her visibility left with her. When Portia stopped fucking with Shamea, Shamea told y'all on on Carlos King that she tried to film with somebody else that Bravo was considering. When Portia started putting two and two together, Shamea was filming with the one-off. She tried to put herself in proximity with some chick that she thought Bravo was going to pick up. Oh, girl, how you feel about me shooting this scene? Portia wasn't tripping. She said, don't worry about me and how I feel about you. You good with your husband? Because you know he don't like all of that. Now, that's a good friend. Portia wasn't tripping. because the way you laid it out to Portia is that you were not auditioning for the show. You said you were just there to support the girl that Bravo wanted. Y'all better go back and do your homework. Portia wasn't tripping about you. So when Portia left, all of those doors closed for Shamea. Girl, you were playing assistant coach. You're always the side piece. I don't know why you don't want to be the main to Gerald. Your destiny is right in front of you. This is a woman that's willing to give up everything that God has blessed her with, her life, her house, her money. This girl has to be the spotlight. She said, I've always wanted to be a star. You can't be a star and be a wife. Well, you can. Hell, even Beyonce had to go through her shit with Jay-Z, with Becky with the good hair. Let me get back to what I'm trying to say, child, and went down a damn rabbit hole. But when Portia ain't tripping about Shamea. Portia accepted the fact we're not going to be friends and have moved on. Portia has not complained. What am I going to do? I'm going to cry. Portia was shocked when Angela came to her and said, you need to go talk to your homegirl. I know y'all say y'all best friends, but did you know your friend's upset with you about a wedding that happened 10 years ago? Portia's like, what? Yeah, you're about to be her storyline. You lying. No, I'm not. No, let me know. And that's what Angela did. So I know that everybody says that, I'm going to say, once Portia and Shamea departed ways, to me, the door is closed for Shamea. You don't really see Shamea doing too much. The door is closed for Shamea. Now, I know everybody say, Shamea is great. Shamea is a housewife. Don't tell me, tell her. I think everybody knows Shamea is a housewife with the exception of Shamea. I don't know if she's great or not. Because how come you seem to be or appear to be struggling to stand on your own 2 feet? That's all I'm saying. This is a reality show. Lighten up a little bit. Why are you forcing everybody to have therapy with you? And that's why, you know what? I've yet to hear Shamea say anything nice about any of the other ladies. That is a red flag. I don't give a damn what you got going on. This is a reality show. You know what time it is. She's yet to say anything nice about any of the other ladies. She complains about everything. And even Kelly had enough in the most passive aggressive way. Kelly was like, listen, we didn't come to Scotland for this. Girl. And Kelly even had to take to her confession, was like, listen, ain't no freaking way. I'm all the way in Scotland and I'm not about to turn up. This girl wanted to take Kelly to the house to have a pity party. Girl, even Kelly had to go ahead and kind of step out on faith and develop the faith of a mustard seed to be like, girl, we not finna do that. We finna go to this goddamn club. I need to be in this scene, girl. I'm in bankruptcy. Nana's chicken and waffles ain't doing too good, girl. I need to get this coined. Kelly was like, we got to get out of here. We got to go out. Now, keep in mind, all of this happened on a night 2. They've only been in Scotland 2 nights. And it seems like, to me, I said, damn, it seems like if Shamea's not going to be the center of attention, she's going to make sure that nobody has a good time. And she's going to come up with a sob story. That's not good, Bravo. We got to do something real quick. And I'm pissed off as a viewer. I'm pissed off as a content creator. I don't care about the dynamics between her and Portia. To be honest with you, get the show on the road. I want to have fun. I want to see y'all laughing. The looks that you give, I want to see the trips come together. And so far, it's been an epic fail. Season 17. I'm sorry. And then you tell lies that you don't really need to tell. You said that Cynthia Bailey, Phaedra Parks, and Drew left when it was your time to sing. And the lie detector determined that that was a freaking lie. They supported you. I was shocked. Shamea was like, everybody left when it was my time to sing. And then they B-rolled the camera. And I was like, okay, now this is different. Because this is, hold on now. I can stick to the content. But girl, it's given bipolar. It's given split personality. I don't know really too much what's going on here. But Bravo, this is a liability. That lady said, and it's small, right? Because we're talking about singing. But what if it were a deeper issue? You said that Cynthia Bailey, Phaedra Parks, left while you were singing. And that's not true. You made up a dialogue. Y'all, I was like, oh. And I hate to stay on Shamea, but the entire episode was about Shamea. So I have nowhere to go but to talk about Shamea. And I don't want to be here talking about no damn Shamea on Party in the Chat. And as a matter of fact, hell, let me take a damn commercial break. Give me 1 second.
You all should be ashamed. How can you drink right after a funeral? Like this? Give me another one, then, Brady. Fred Sanford, you just left the house of the Lord, and now I'm in my house. All y'all ought to be ashamed drinking like a school of fish. My Bible says, be not drunk with wine. What does it say about scotch? Hey, listen. Yeah, so why'd you go someplace else? Why'd you go ugly up somebody else's house? Who you calling ugly, sucker? You.
Yes. I had to take a break because I was like, Shamea has worn me out. And Shamea, I'm not trying to be funny, but if you warn me out, I know if you warn everybody else, I don't know where to place you. I don't know what to do with you just yet. And we're 15 episodes in, and it's too much for something that's supposed to be fun, if you ask me. That's just me, right? But Cynthia Bailey came out with a public statement, and she said, I did not leave until after Shamea performed her set. I don't like that you're trying to muddy up and give these women a bad reputation when things are documented. I just don't like it. I don't. It's uncalled for because they rolled the tapes on your ass. Let's take a look at this. Because then she called out K. Michelle. And then K. Michelle released a Kraken, and we got some tea. I know some stuff happened. Listen to this.
After watching Shamea fight with everyone in Scotland, minus Kelly and the bagpipe player, the HVAC Queen's friendships have been placed on a cooler setting. So I want to oscillate through the group to find out who really blows at being friends, being a friend with. Say what you Shameen. Shamina, I'm going to turn the tables to give you a chance to tell each peach how she could be a better friend to you, starting with Angela.
Angela, stop looking for drama on me, mess on me. Focus on your home life and not me.
Phaedra,
don't be a whack frag. Like, just
a whack frag.
Be a cool friend.
Okay, what about Portia? I mean,
good luck.
Okay.
Happy
Kelly.
Kelly, hey, best friend.
Okay.
She's good.
You're good.
No notes needed.
Okay,
for
Drew.
That. Drew, I'm happy that with things right now. So, carry on that anthem singing, girl. I'm supporting. I'm clapping. Hell, we might even do a duet at this point.
Okay, I love it. Pinky.
Pinky, come on, TED Talk. Give me some business ideas, girl. You see my Ron blind didn't launch.
Okay.
Help.
K. Michelle,
just stay the course. You ain't got to jump ship or choose teams. You can be everybody's friend, girl.
Okay, watch this. So K. Michelle didn't like that. So K. Michelle came back and said, listen, don't play coward games now. You ain't going to shift the narrative on me. This is your third time trying and speaking on me. You scared about what I might tell. Tell them the real reason why I don't mess with you. Does the Waldorf ring a bell? I'm loyal until I'm not. See, you can't play fake victim with me. I know too much. I said, the Waldorf? Girl, that's a hotel. That sounds like a freak off. I know you lied. What happened at the Waldorf? So then K. Michelle goes on to say, definitely no advice needed from you on being a friend. Me not messing with you has nothing to do with jumping ship. And you know this. I have the same friends I've had all season. The difference now is I don't have to sit around and defend you all day. Dead that narrative now about teams because you know that's not what's happening.
K. Michelle.
K. Michelle, just stay the course. You ain't got to jump ship or choose teams. You can be everybody's friend, girl.
All right. K.
Everybody keeps alluding to Shamea having undercover behaviors outside of her marriage. Remember, I said last week, I believe Portia and Shamea have one of the same. My grandmother's, and let me tell you why. My grandma told me birds of a feather flock together. Period. The only difference is I said, I really think Portia enjoys sex. I think Portia has her own. Portia makes her own money. Portia enjoys sex. And Shamea, I don't know. But why does everybody keeps hinting that you are involved with multiple men, similar to what Portia does, but you kind of put your hands in the air like, don't shoot, don't shoot. I'm married, I'm married, I'm married, I'm a married woman. Why are all the women keep saying, Gerald has no idea what Shamea is? Now, do what you want to do. And people say, well, Queen, why are you talking about it? Because y'all say Black love matters. Black love matters. So I'm going to stand in the gap for Black love. You're not going to do this to Gerald. Period.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And I believe, K. Michelle, I believe you are going the extra mile to keep your life under wraps. I believe you are going the extra mile. I think it's something going on. I just don't know what it is. But let me move on. And I'm going to come back to it. As we move the conversation along, because I'm kind of pissed off. I'm mad that Shamea keeps ruining scenes. They're supposed to be fun, right? You accuse Cynthia Bailey, Phaedra, all of them of not coming, but they were there. Phaedra was there. Cynthia was standing to the left of you, but if you turned your back to her, she was behind you. So Shamea and Kelly get back to the house, y'all. Let me show you this scene. I think I got it. And Shamea hosts this full-blown therapy session. Here we go. Bravo may strike the hell out of me, but here we go.
After dinner, I think it was a great idea to separate Shamea from Portia. Everybody is not on one accord. Shamea is hysterical. Portia is crazy. We are in another country. I just don't want any issues. Don't let them steal your shine.
So she says to Shamea, don't let them steal your shine. And I was like, oh, hell no, Kelly. These women have been on this show for quite some time, a number of decades to be exact. They are the shine. They are the shine. Let's be very clear about it. The only person who's capable of stealing the shine is you. You're the only one who needs what Shamea has. Everybody else is at the club, boo-boo.
Because as much as everybody talk about peace and being these transformed people, we also know that hurt people hurt people. You have kept so many things bottled up between you and her.
I just shut down. It's easier to just walk away from me. Which is why it's so hard to confront somebody that I loved and cared about at one point.
Baby, don't love me like that as a friend and talk about my mama like a low down dirty dog. So at this point, Shamea starts to cry. I'm going to play it. And let's be very clear. Shamea is crying now because Portia, she said, Portia used to be like a sister to me. That's not why you crying. You're crying because you know this isn't going to go over well. It hits you on the ride home and you be like, fuck, I messed up. That shit did not land the way I thought it was going to land. I fucked up. Oh, the black women ain't gonna like this. I done came for this girl's child. Then I went for her mama. Oh no, that's why she's crying, y'all. She's crying because she knows it's not gonna go over well. And if you go through Shamea's social media, I have a question. Where are your best friends? Because it seems like the photos that you post, they are of other women in their friend group. But let's continue.
Boy, because it's like, I just, I'm always careful for other people's feelings, even if it hurts mine.
Me and Portia were sisters, right? And sisters fight. My hope was that we would always find our place back to each other. But after tonight, I know that that's not going to happen.
She will never meet another friend like me.
And I don't want her to. This girl looked at Kelly and said, Portia will never meet another friend like me. I hope she doesn't. She doesn't need to meet another friend like you. I would never want me, Portia, or anybody to have a friend like you. Somebody that's going to do that to my mama, whether it's true or not, who's hoarding this horrible gossip about my mom. Even Andy didn't shuck and jive with you and laugh with you. Portia doesn't ever need to meet another friend like you. And according to you, based on what you said on Watch What Happens Live, Portia was a good friend to you. Let me find that.
I'm cool on her. Absolutely.
Let me find that video.
I'm so cool on her.
So then after this scene, Kelly's sitting there. Y'all, have you ever just wanted somebody to just, come on, girl, we got to go out? Because Kelly also needs to make money. And it's like, damn. So somebody, y'all, in the comments on Instagram, somebody said, Kelly's sitting there because Shamea paid for her food. Kelly has to stay because Shamea paid for her food. Girl. Let me pull up that tape on. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. But anywho, I'm going to come back to it. I don't want to hold y'all up. So the ladies, they go back, right? The ladies are partying. Let me see. Golly, I need the clips. Hold on. Let me see if, damn, I get struck every time I try to play the clips. So the ladies start to party in the club. Y'all, when I tell you, I'm going to Scotland. A time was had in Scotland. A time was had. And Bravo, this is not a cast problem. This is like an individual or two problem. And I'm going to get to that. Let me see if I can find. Here we go. Oh, here they go, y'all. They are having a time. Here we go. All right, we're going to pause it here. Why, Queen Sheba? The ladies are getting ready to party. They ate dinner. The shit was messed up. Shamea said the most egregious things about Portia's mama, Miss Diane, right? But baby, when I tell you they got to that club, they say that club was a vibe. It was an entire vibe. And when Cynthia Bailey goes to her confessional to say, hold on, wait a minute. Goddamn. Who in the hell owns this club? Cynthia is a 50-plus woman. If you don't understand what I'm putting down, you're never going to know. If you don't know by now. Baby, when a 50-something-year-old who would rather be asleep hanging out with the young girls, the city girls say, the club was lit, the club was lit. So Cynthia Bailey says, damn, is the club owned by somebody in Atlanta? Because this is a vibe. And then I thought, wait a minute. Now, this is Housewives. Yes, we had a little bit of drama. Bravo. This is your cast right here. And I can't believe I'm saying it because that includes K. Michelle and Pinky Cole. The two that you need to get rid of were the two that was at home, Shamea and Kelly. We can do without. Now, did y'all notice how all of these women had a good time at the club, including K. Michelle, Drew, Pinky, and Portia? They don't even like each other. Baby, when I tell you they partied hardy. Now, Bravo, in a perfect world, I would be willing to swap out Pinky and K. Michelle. Let's just say this. If you get rid of Kelly and Shamea, you have a strong foundation of your next generation. But if you're still not settled after getting rid of Shamea and Kelly, and you're still on the fence about Pinky and K. Michelle, then we'll take some OGs. But if you don't plan on making any or bringing any of the OGs back, and you're going to keep this cast, Shamea and Kelly have to go. Even Cynthia had a good ass time and stayed. Cynthia did what Portia couldn't do. That's an OG that understands how this shit works. Y'all, that was a time. And when Bravo can send a cast to Scotland that'll make me say as a viewer, let me put my money together. Shit, we finna go to Coco Boho or Coco Mongo, whatever they was at. Let us see what's going on. The ladies are having a fantastic time. The cameras rolled back to Shamea and Kelly. Whatever. Shamea's having this entire pity party. And then, Drew is performing her song. And in walks the Grim Reaper.
What the is happening? You just said this girl's mother tried to sleep with your father. You're dancing at her face?
That's some kind of wonderful. Let's continue.
To imply that somebody's mama is doing something sexually inappropriate, I'm just glad Portia wasn't on that Henny, because anything would have happened.
Give it up for my girl, Shamea. Let's roll.
We're going to pause it here. So in comes the Grim Reaper. That's what I call Shamea, because you're going to kill a scene to the point that it's not fun. You going to kill a scene to the point that it's not fun. You did all of that to dinner just to reshift the cameras back on you, refocus on you. Have something ever been out of focus? Yeah, she was out of focus. So she creates this big scene, goes back to the house, comes back to the club, walks in, dances in front of Portia. Portia says, I can't do this. You just talked about my mom. This is what I'm talking about, Bravo. This girl is purposely sabotaging the scenes to make the cameras choose me or Portia. She knows exactly what she's doing. Portia says, I'm out. I'm a leading lady. I ain't got to compete. I'm out. So I don't beat your ass, but I'm out, bitch. Because you done talked about my daughter and my mom. K. Michelle is having a good time. Pinky is having a good time. K. Michelle's handing the mic to Drew, to everybody, blue, blue, blue. Shamea even gets a chance to sing her song. Did you all notice? Watch this. How Shamea lit up. I hope this is right there. Watch this. Watch how Shamea lights up when she becomes the center of attention and the cameras are on her. No sound. Look. Yes. Watch this. The other girls are used to it. Shamea lights up. This is her moment to come in late, 2 hours late. Portia said, I'm out.
What the is happening? You just said.
I just wanted to pull that up. Portia leaves. She said, I ain't got shit to say. You came from my mom, my child. I'm out. So some of you are saying, well, they're trying to ice out Shamea, as they should. You talk about my mama, you're ice to me, or I become the ice queen, rightfully so. Because if you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for everything. The mamas and the kids are off limits unless the moms or the adult children place themselves, Gia, Judice, in a line of fire. Mama Joyce directly in a line of fire. If your child is a little child on Bravo and they grow up to be a big girl or a big boy and they decide they want to get into adults business, then I got you. If your mama is a Mama Joyce and decides she want to be all up in the camera, throwing shit at people want to fight, then I got you. Girl, you're a cast member. I got you. But outside of that, the mamas and the kids should be off limits. And the way Shamea depicted Miss Diane is horrible. It ain't no excuse for that. And yes, Portia did bring up Shamea's mom, but she didn't say what it was. It wasn't sexually explicit. It was none of that. Y'all know that girl was wrong. So if she's getting iced out, let me tell you why they are icing her out. It's the principality of it, Smokey. They're sending a message. All of these women are mothers, their children. They're saying, hold on, girl. Now, you know that ain't the history of the show now, girl. That ain't how we cut these checks around here. That ain't what we do. We're not going to exploit somebody's mama. Cynthia brought her mother on for a domestic violence campaign. Girl, come on now. We ain't digging too deep on mamas. All of our moms may have some health issues. We're not going to say anything defaming about each other's mother and depict them sexually. Portia don't owe Shamea shit. Portia didn't have to stay there. So Shamea forced the producers to make a choice. Follow Portia or stay here with me. That's all I'm saying. Let's continue.
This girl's mother tried to sleep with your father. You're dancing at her face.
To imply that somebody's mama is doing something sexually inappropriate, I'm just glad Portia wasn't on that Henny, because anything would have happened.
Give it up for my girl, Shamea. Let's roll.
You see Portia, you see Phaedra right here at the top of the screen. Cynthia's standing behind her. After this girl performed, she lied on camera and said that Cynthia, Phaedra did not support her. They are right here. That's Portia. That's Phaedra in the DJ booth. Cynthia's right behind you. And the fact that you can lie that easy and create a narrative about being a victim, I'm not with it. I don't like it. We got stuck on something stupid in season 17 for Bravo. It's supposed to be touch and go. Okay, girl, Shamea and Portia ain't fooling with each other. Oh, they ain't. Mm-mm. But it's not supposed to take away from the rest of the cast. That's all I'm saying. I'm triggered. Shamea's ruined, 3-4 trips now? She's ruined how many dinner scenes? She's ruined dinner on this trip, and then she came back and ruined the moment at the club. And then when included by her friend, K. Michelle, you still complain? You still complain about Portia walking out? Portia didn't take half of the club with her. Portia took Drew. That's it. You don't even like Drew. You say she can't sing. She's a national anthem. Who cares if Drew goes? Everybody else is there, y'all. And that's the point. I'm trying to get you to see how these shows work. I don't like it. Like, it's the same thing you did in the room regarding your room in Dallas for Cynthia's tequila trip. You found a way to complain. You found a way to whine about it. You found a way to be the center of attention. And even if it's negative, it's debilitating to the audience. We deserve better. We've been here for a number of years. I mean, this lady made up a false narrative. In her confessional, she said that Cynthia, Phaedra, they're a part of Portia's litter. And they left her. Girl, they right there. They are right there, right behind you. Cynthia's. Phaedra was right there in the DJ booth dancing. Cynthia Bailey came out publicly to say I was there. Now, I don't even want to talk about the rest. I got so much more. I have so many notes. I'm going to end it down. I'm going to see you all tomorrow. And the reason why I said that, Shamea pissed me off. I could barely do this review. And now I get and I understand why Cynthia Bailey said to Shamea, have you considered therapy? Because the way you're behaving, Shamea, this isn't good. Because my question to you is, where is the real in your reality, Shamea? Oh, wait. I had to come back for my super chats. I know y'all want me to, y'all, I have notes. I take good notes on these reality shows, but I don't want to keep going because I can go. Oh, I can dig in, but I don't want to. I want to save some for you all tomorrow. But thank you, CSAT, for the 20 piece and a pepper. You said, hey, Queen and community, do you think there's redemption for Shamea? She should leave expeditiously. It's a wrap, CSAT. It's a wrap. When she tried to inch in Pilar, you got to know when a bitch is trying you. Portia, and I got notes on that. Portia made such a great point about I don't try to come pick up Shiloh and Shyla. And she said, don't ever use my child for clout. Some people will hurt you behind their kids. It's a wrap. And then you talk about her mother and you put something that will forever be out there, whether it's true or not, that her mother tried to sleep with your father, whether it's true or not. No, it's a done deal. And bravo. In my notes, I put, you're going to have to choose. If you keep Shamea, you're going to fuck. Portia's going to leave the show. I would if I were Portia. Ain't no way. I'm shooting with this girl. Ain't no way I'm going to put $1 in her pocket. I'm not doing it. Thank you, Live Well LA. You say, but when I called in and said the girl was miserable in Sterling Hall, and that's why she's outside, they said I was reaching. That girl is more at that girl at more than a mall. Listen, the Waldorf. K. Michelle said, listen, we're gonna get it. I hope K Michelle, I don't think you know how this works on Bravo. Baby, if you assess it, then you must address it. You can't give us breadcrumbs. You gonna have to tell us what it is and just bite that bullet. Who was she in the hotel with? And use you as an umbrella. You said finish the notes? All right. Y'all, they telling me to stay. Let's go. Now I get why Cynthia says she's concerned. Now I get it. Because where's the real in your reality? It ain't nothing real about Shamea. And I'm going to tell you this. Thank you, Queen Tulsa. You say, shit, just say it. Quit saying I'm not going to say it. I wrote a note and I said, I wonder if Shamea is bipolar. She has severe mood swings on the camera. Mood swings are one thing, but most of us try to hide it from the camera. We can't continue this show like this. It's not fun to watch. The high moments are quickly snatched away by Shamea's demeanor. And for the life of me, I don't understand a woman that insists on being a part of the show, that when you do get camera time, when the other women do come together, you rolling your eyes, you're making noises, your heart posture is off, you're making face, your body language is saying, I got better shit to do. I can't stand that bitch. Why are you here? I don't understand it. So they split up into 2 different groups, right? And the dinner ends. It was horrible. It was horrible. Yeah, let me go back. They split up. Now we're on day 3. Now, hold on. Pinky is recovering well. Pinky understands television. I did not like Pinky Cole. And somebody said, one of you said, give her a chance, Queen Sheba. I said, I can't put up with 2 years of this. But Pinky has recovered well. Pinky said the food is good. Pinky was looking like at the car wash. She woke up in her, yes, I'm going to get you sucker outfit. Pinky had on that goddamn 1996 cat suit. I'm gonna get you, sucker. You dirty mother. Don't you say that. Yes, and went down and ate. And Pinky said the food is good. And that's when I said, Pinky, I gotta go down there. I gotta go down there to Scotland. Because Pinky, I do like European food. I like European food because listen, she was eating a breakfast. And one thing I know about breakfast food is in Europe, it's light. It's tasty. I don't like feeling full. So I knew exactly what Pinky was talking about. And European food would give you just enough where your belly's not full, but it was so damn good. But it was like a little mini bagel, a little smoked salmon, some capers, onions, chopped up boiled eggs, a cup of coffee without all the heavy cream. And you'd be like, I'm still hungry. That's the point. European women graze all day. Ain't nobody eating no 24-ounce steak. They're grazing. Oh, she don't eat. No, they do eat. They eat all day. European food. So I was like, okay, Pinky, girl. Yes. So anyhow, the 2 groups split up. One group goes to the cemetery. The other group goes to spa. Now, Portia, you know you're wrong for that, but I'm going to come back. Then I had to think, I said, wait a minute. They got on all this first. So based on Phaedra being a Scorpio, I'm a Scorpio. And I said, wait a minute. Phaedra's birth, she's a November Scorpio. So I believe they're in Scotland 8 months ago, November 2025. Where am I going with this? Well, it's probably been about 16 months or longer since the last reunion, right? And Shamea is just now clapping back or getting her lick back. Goodbye. Don't play with me like that. I am a Bravo fan. Don't play with us like that. So Phaedra and Portia are kind of gaming and game planning and pre-gaming. And Phaedra said, look, I don't want no foolishness at my birthday dinner. Portia said, you gonna get some foolishness because this bitch done talked about my motherfucking mama. You gonna get some foolishness. Oh, it's gonna be now what type? I don't know, friend. But don't you ever think I'm gonna sit here and let this girl talk about my mom. I like Portia's attitude. It happened in Scotland. It's going to be addressed in Scotland. Portia said, I'm not like Shamea. I'm not going to let it go 16 months, 18 months and come back and then want to get my leg back. You talked about my mama in Scotland? Bitch, I'm going to correct your ass in Scotland. And then that's when Portia said, because this is how many trips has she ruined now? Now the cast is catching on. Now production is catching on. Watch this. Because Europe is not cheap. Cynthia's tequila thing was not cheap. She's working alongside Adrienne Maloof, right? I kind of like what Phaedra did is Phaedra said, let me talk to her first. Let's just see what happens. And I said, damn, that's smart. Look at old Faye. I see what you're doing, Phaedra, and I kind of like it. That's smart. You're going to take Kelly, Shamea, and Cynthia with you. And you're smart enough to have a witness by bringing an OG Cynthia. And Cynthia's there to witness the... Hold on. I just made myself laugh. Phaedra, y'all don't sleep on Phaedra. Hold on. Oh, you bringing Cynthia as your witness because you know Kelly and Shamea be lying like a motherfucker. Got it. I said, look at old Faye earning her check. So Phaedra take the girls to the cemetery, right? She tells the ladies, we're going to go to the cemetery. So this part was funny because before she said where they were going, she says, oh yeah, I'm going to take y'all to one of my favorite places. Somebody said, where we going? Phaedra said, girl, I'm going to take y'all to one of my favorite places. Cynthia Bailey said, oh, I know. Look, oh, I know it's going to be fabulous, honey. Girl, that shit was so funny. Where we going, Phaedra? Oh, I'm going to take y'all to one of my favorite places. Cynthia Bailey said, oh, I know it's going to be fabulous. And Phaedra said, we're going to the cemetery. If you would have saw all they had on heels, y'all, Kelly had on Clifford, the white dog boots, a whole costume. Girl, you finna go to the most popular place in town. People are just dying to get in there. It's called the cemetery. Girl, you going to the cemetery. What Cynthia say, y'all? Oh, I know it's gonna be fabulous, honey. Girl, you better take your ass in here with the dead. That was funny to me. Now, this is what I mean, Bravo. Here we go again with the bullshit. Only for them, Kelly and Shamea, to not participate. Shamea made it very clear in her confessional, if Kelly hadn't came, I wouldn't have come. Why the fuck are you here? Bravo, why is she here? This woman just said in her confessional, if Kelly would not have come, I would not have done this. But on a different side of her mouth, she's talking about she's being iced out. This woman just said, if Kelly's not coming, I would have disrupted everything not coming. You would have ruined another scene. This costs a lot of money. Phaedra and Portia paid for the remaining balance of this trip. I don't understand why Shamea wants to be on this show. If you're willing to disrupt the show and you're not going to show up to shoot your scenes. So Shamea and Kelly, they continue the conversation while Phaedra and Cynthia go to participate. I don't like that kind of stuff. I think it's rude for us as women and Black women. You're all the way in Scotland. They booked this trip. You're going to get a tour of the cemetery. You knew what it was. And you finna do that where two people are going to go. This man came out. This is his job. He gets paid by how many people participate, right? So Shamea wants to stay behind and have a separate conversation regarding how she's so fed up and how she's held on to this for years. And it's been festering and festering. And I already told y'all, this girl ain't never been a friend of Portia. How you festering some shit about my mama? That tells me that your goal for season 16 was to come after your friend. And I think you banked on us not liking Portia. Wasn't nobody fooling with Portia, child. I wasn't fooling with Portia. I ain't never really dealt with Portia like that. Season 16, Portia was not a fan fave until season 17. But let's be very clear. I think you banked on us having a previous love-hate relationship for Portia. Well, we didn't really fool with Portia like that. And you thought you was gonna spin the block and steal the spotlight by coming after Portia. That's what I think. K. Michelle said something on social media. She said that you and your mama was plotting in that club. She said that y'all are plotters. Britt Edie said the same thing. She said the same thing. And I believe you plotted to pull the rug from underneath Portia's feet for season 16. And I believe had you succeeded, you would have pretended to be confused, to be torn, to not know exactly what the hell happened. You would have fake supported Portia, knowing that you were the puppet master. Portia posted about your mama over a year ago, and you just now saying something. And Portia didn't even say, she said egregious. Your mom, who was friends with Portia's mom, bought her business and didn't tell her. It was a nothing sexual. It was a level of respect. It was enough reserve. But it said there's a problem. And you could have done the same thing. So I'm with Portia. That girl sat on that sofa with Kelly and said, I said what I said about Portia's mama, but then Portia went to hell. Let me tell you something. It couldn't have been me because Bravo would have fired me that day. And I'm going to leave that right there. First, you dangle my child like a carrot in front of me, in front of my face, in front of all of these women to see if you can get me triggered to lose my job. And then when I didn't take the bait, my mama catch a stray. Girl, fuck you. Girl, I would have got fired that day. On the bus, you got Phaedra and Cynthia attempting to rationalize with Shamea. Shamea doesn't know the in and outs of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She thinks she knows because she was a long-time friend of the show. She thinks she knows because she says, oh, they've been chasing after me for years. But I don't really think you know and understand how it really works. And I really think Cynthia Bailey is trying to give you the blueprint. But because you're a professional victim, it's not going anywhere. So at this point, Cynthia says, I'm uncomfortable. We addressed this last year. We addressed it this year. I'm uncomfortable because we got a show to do. And if this girl is refusing to move on, somebody's pay is going to get docked. We got to get paid, sister. And if this girl's dead set on making a point about talking about people's mamas, I'm uncomfortable because this could get physical and very dangerous. Ain't nobody finna just sit back and let you talk about their mama. So then they pan back. Portia's talking to Lauren. She starts off, the trip was good. Girl, I was having a time. Scotland don't owe me nothing. Girl, even me and Shamea decided to park on opposite sides of the parking lot. She doing her thing, I'm doing mine. And Lauren's like, yeah, what? Girl, you lying. Girl, that's good. Girl, what? You and Shamea? And Portia said, girl, yeah, until last night, until she brought up my mama. But before she brought up my mama, she used my daughter. And then Portia let Lauren know about the statement that Shamea made about Pilar. That's not cool. Lauren's like, whoa, what? And Portia said, girl, hold on. Before you say anything else, why does girl think she can be around my kids and my child's father? Don't use my baby as a flex. You're not using my baby to shoot your scenes. Y'all, if y'all don't think that's weird, I really can't reel you in and explain it to you. Either you get it or you don't. And then Lauren said something that was so pivotal, and it snapped me out of where I was going. Lauren said, and she made such a great point. Lauren said, but she didn't say y'all. She says, but we're hurting ourselves as women. When women do what you guys are doing to each other, you're hurting yourselves as women. Because Shamea disrespected Portia's mother. And then Portia disrespected Shamea's mother. Nobody wins in this situation. You say my mom tried to fuck your dad? Well, how about your mom fucked your dad's brother? You see how degrading that is for these two old ladies in a church house? That's horrible. It's horrible. And Lauren said nobody wins in this situation, and she's absolutely right. But Shamea, you have to blame yourself because now everybody knows your mom's business because you thought you were going to get one up on Miss Diane because you don't like her daughter. But Miss Diane is not the one in the nightclub with her boobs out. Miss Diane is not the one inappropriately touching somebody for over an hour. Miss Diane is not the one showing up in all of Portia's scenes with all of Portia's friends. Miss Diane is at home in her nice, fluffy pajamas, slippers, eating her hot wings and her cute wigs, her blue contacts, playing with her granddaughter, being a grandmother. So if we're inclined, listen, I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but if we are inclined to believe anybody's mom was out there doing a thing, it would probably be yours. And then they say Pinky said prior to the trip, you ready for the trip? And you said, I'm ready for whatever's ready for me. And then you tell Kelly at the cemetery, I only apologize because it's easier to apologize. Although I don't feel like I was wrong for insinuating that Miss Diane is a hoe. I can't. Kelly takes to her confessional and say, well, yeah, Shamea's only having problems with the group because she has beef with Portia. Girl, if you don't get your ass up out of here, Kelly. And that's where newbies really irk my nerves. Really irk my soul. Because you don't understand this show. These women have been here since the onset of the show. These women have stood on their own 2 feet against any cast member on this show during any season. We can take it all the way back to 17 years ago. Shamea has beef with the other women because Shamea has beef with the other women. Kelly, you just pulled up. The Real Housewives of Atlanta didn't start when you came. These Portia and Cynthia were about to throw hands. You know nothing about nothing, girl. These women are capable. Get your ass out of here. And I think you think that way because that's how you operate. You are attached to Shamea at the hip because you need Shamea's townhouse. These women have homes and townhouses and all of that. You perceive the world as you are. And you think they're a lapdog for Shamea because you have no choice but to be one because you're in financial despair. So Portia throws this big party for Phaedra, right? In a back hidden room in a castle. See, that's why I don't like castles. I want to do one, but I don't want to do one because, castles, that's where kings used to live and queens, and they would have these hidden walkways where they can sneak in and out of each other's room and have sex with the servants and the queens and all of that. Phaedra has a whole hidden room attached to her room she didn't even know about. I don't like that kind of stuff because I go to sleep at night. It reminds me of the movie The Boy, where that boy come out the wall. Oh, hell no. Hell no. That's all I'm saying. So Portia throws this great idea to have Phaedra a dinner party in the castle with a hidden room right next to Phaedra's room that poor Phaedra didn't even know about. See, that's why black folks don't go off to white shit. Y'all got hidden rooms. I ain't know about this, and I done checked everything. I locked the door. I pushed the walls. I didn't find a hidden switch. I flushed the toilet twice. You mean to tell me it's a freaking hidden room in my room? Oh, hell no. Where a monster could be? Nope. I'm not going to the castle. But they went. and the dinner. The ladies are all getting ready. They're getting dressed up. And, some of them are arriving one by one. They're waiting for the rest of the crew to come down. Cynthia starts to fill in the other ladies about their trip to the cemetery. She said, listen, Shamea doesn't feel heard. She doesn't feel like the rest of the group can relate to her. And then she had to pause the conversation because everybody else came down. I want to say this real quick. Pinky Cole, this dinner look was one of your best looks this entire season. You looked good. Girl, you look good. Yeah, we live. Sheenie H85. We live, boo-boo. We live. Welcome, Sheenie. So Pinky looked the fuck good. And I think Pinky underestimated the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I think probably 3-4 months into filming, Pinky said, I'm going to get on that GLP. I'm going to get on that Ozempic. Pinky looked the fuck good. And I said, girl, you need to repeat over and over and over. Pinky looked good. One of your best looks. You look fantastic. And then Portia entered to the room, baby. And put them hoes in their place quietly. Oh, Portia had on that dominatrix white. See, a lot of y'all want to do freaky shit, 30 Shades of Grey in the bedroom with black latex. Portia put on that white latex. Ooh, took it to angels and demons. I got it, Portia. Girl, Portia came down with white and that latex, like Nurse Ratched. Listen, y'all not ready. Y'all not ready for this kind of commentary. Portia, I see what you're doing, but a sexy version of it, girl. Portia ate down in her outfit, period. Shamea was gagged and pretended to sip on that red wine. You better. Portia looked good. Listen, Portia entered that room. This should have been a good moment for all the ladies because they all look good. They should have been like, yes, you know how they were Housewives of Atlanta. Yes, come on, booty. Come on, legs. They couldn't even do that. And it pissed me off again. This should have been a good moment. Andy, bravo, you can't keep them both. You cannot keep both Portia and Shamea. I think Portia will walk if she has to go through this again. It's not the fact that Shamea is here. Shamea doesn't know how to play ball for the integrity of the show. We have to get the show on the road. This should have been a key moment, a shot moment, and it wasn't. Angela said you can cut the tension with a knife. Oh, no, ma'am. I think Portia tried. What do y'all think? I think Portia has tried all season, but what do y'all think? I think she took a neutral standpoint. She backed up off of Shamea. She made sure she was very careful to not engage in a way that would have been adversarial to Shamea. And unfortunately, we can't continue the show like this. It's not even fun to watch. That was a moment. The girls are looking fucking good. Man, listen, we're in Scotland. They got white wine. They had some whiskey too, if you look way back in the corner. They got lemon drops. Come on, bravo. And you let Shamea ruin all of this goodness, this money that you guys have invested? The high moments were quickly snatched away by Shamea's demeanor. And for the life of me, I don't understand a woman that wants to be a part of the show, but every time it's your time to shine, Shamea, you rolling your eyes, making faces, your body language is saying, I got better shit to do. So they get to the birthday party. Cynthia, thank you, queen, sophisticated. Girl, you are a housewife. Cynthia opens up the toast and she looks at Phaedra and she said, we started this journey in 2009. It's been a roller coaster. You and I didn't have the best start, but here we are now. And I've always taken a liking to you because we started together. We had to get it together. And she's giving these warm words to Phaedra. on her birthday. And I just loved it. So now we're getting back to housewives, right? Because you can go out, you come in. It's almost like old folks in the South. Black folks, don't leave my door open because the what? The flies may come in. Shamea, you done left the door open too long. We can't recover. It's too many flies. You open the door, you close it, with a little bit of shade, a little bit of madness, a little bit of this, but you close the door. And Shamea has not closed the door. And that's the part when Cynthia Bailey said on the bus, I'm worried. And when she said, I'm uncomfortable, she wasn't talking about Shamea as an individual. She's talking about the direction of the show. Where do we go from here? If this girl cannot move on as a full-time housewife, child, I done tried. We done pulled out the best of the best of the best, and we OGs, and we cannot get this girl to move on. So Cynthia is trying to recover by giving great words to Phaedra. Then it's Portia's turn. Now, keep in mind, this is a tribute to Phaedra for Phaedra's birthday. So Portia, who's a co-host with Phaedra in Scotland, rightfully so, has to say something really nice. Now, Angela did say you put 20 on 10, but that's okay. It's her fucking birthday. Go in. Gas me up, shit. Hype me up. And Portia did that. She understands the assignment, even if it was kind of fake. And the entire time, while Portia is giving her tribute to Phaedra, Shamea is making all these weird faces, a little bit of noise. It's just distracting. It takes away from the primary theme of what's going on in the scene. I didn't like that. So then the camera hops to Shamea's confessional, and now she's questioning the sincerity. I'm going to say the sincerity, the authenticity, okay, if you may, of Phaedra and Portia's relationship. Girl, don't nobody give a fuck. It's her fucking birthday. The goal is to make the birthday girl feel good. Are you okay?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
And that's why I keep saying Shamea's not ready, y'all, for reality. I don't give a damn that she's married to Mwange and Kanye and all of them. She don't understand reality television. Girl, if it's her birthday, shit, we gonna make it. This scene is about her. Happy birthday. Girl, you the best. You the best. That's reality television. Who gives a shit if they're best friends or not? It's Phaedra's moment. We gotta hype her up. You hype Portia up when Portia said she should fuck Charles. You hyped her. You understood the assignment then. And you don't know now. And then I'm about to go. So Portia stands up. In addition to her tribute to Phaedra, she said, wait a minute, girl, I got something for you. I got a good old gift for you. So she gives Phaedra a proclamation gift for her birthday, crowning her the Lady of Glen. The Lady of Glen, I do believe that's the name of the castle. Shamea. The hell you mean? I don't know what it means. I can't Google it. Probably because it's not based in the US, but okay. So everybody's laughing. They're making fun of it in their confessional. It's a lighthearted moment. And then here we go with the newbie. K. Michelle takes this opportunity, watch this, to start talking about her surgeries and how she almost died. And she completely turns the conversation, bravo, into a rain cloud. And I damn near threw the damn remote control at the television. And I said, I can't do this with you, bravo. And I'm about to break up with you and go and focus on Next Gen NYC. I just may have to switch and jump shifts. If these old ass women can't get it together, I'm going to go hang out with Raleigh Burns, Ariana Bierman, Giudice. Because this is becoming too much to me. I didn't sign up. I didn't sign up for therapy. I didn't. Hell, I didn't even want to eat my damn crab legs no more after that shit. And K Michelle comes on and she starts talking about her surgeries. And I can't talk about death. Why did you go to a cemetery? I almost died. And I get it, but now it's not the time because it completely turned the conversation into a rain cloud. And I was like, how in the hell did we get here? I can't do this, Bravo. I can't do it. How in the hell did we end up ruining? I'm sorry. How the hell did we end up ruining? I felt bad, y'all. I'm not even in Scotland, and I want to make it up to Phaedra. How the hell did we ruin this lady's birthday like this? 2 dinners in a row in Scotland. This
I
is
don't know
not
none
cool.
of these niggas. The thing is, in life, that's how it go with me. We don't talk, I don't know nothing about nothing. So.
And then I had to finish the shit because I promised y'all a party in the chat. And then I said, girl, well, you better fucking make a lemon drop to get you through this. You better go on and get that lemon drop. Because I don't know how you
Welcome to Party in the Chat with Queen Sheba Darling. Tonight's featured cocktail is the smooth and classy lemon drop. So grab your cocktails, your mocktails, and your good vibes, because the chat is officially open and the party starts now.
I'm embarrassed. Poor Phaedra. I said, oh, this is horrible. They crying. Fix it. Fix it, Iyanla. Fix it, Bravo. This is ridiculous. 3 to 4 trips. Great trips have been ruined. It's not fair. I'm pissed off. And I have to laugh to keep from crying. So because of K. Michelle's Debbie Downer story at a birthday party, the birthday girl, everybody starts running from the table, taking taking cover in a goddamn palace to cry. Angela runs one way, Drew runs the other, Portia's running down the hall. I said, oh my God, I cannot. Listen, I need a dirty martini. I don't even think this was horrible. And I felt so bad for Phaedra. Imagine that. Angela's going one way, Drew's going the other. Portia has to go check on her ladies. This is a disaster. And then Shamea took full advantage of Portia's absence. I said, bravo. Baby, you got a bunch of Looney Tunes on this motherfucker this season. This is a clusterfuck. Excuse my language, but it is party in the chat. You got one running here, one running there, one everywhere. And Shamea said, well, shit. I've always wanted to be a star. I may as well tell my story now that Portia's not here. And that's it. That's all, folks. It's a disaster. It's a complete disaster. And it ends the same place we started this season. Shamea Morton is explaining to the cast that she apologized. She went on a YouTube tour last season to apologize, even though she didn't mean it. That's it. That's all.